No, okay. Okay, so here's my problem. Okay, so I'm
Uh-huh.
in Walmart. First of all, and I follow with my people. I follow my people. I don't
Uh-huh.
go to Target. Although I like Target, but I don't go to Target because I'm part of the movement. If we shutting
Yeah.
Target down, we shutting Target down. F it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it does not come without its inconveniences. So, you know what doesn't happen in Target? I don't get harassed by the Spectrum man that's got his little table set up. And that's so I'm in Walmart like 2 weeks ago. Had to get something for my daughter. So I'm in there, I'm minding my business. I see the man. You know how you try to switch to the other aisle?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aisle to try to, he was in the middle, and this old lady
Oh,
is in her cart on the side I can use to avoid. So I gotta walk right by him. Of
you
course,
running plays. You in there running plays.
I was trying to run button hook. I was trying to run a button hook, but Buddy cut across the D, and I must have one of those I'm gonna talk to you faces because man, he got me with the eye contact. But anyway, so all right, bro, what you got? Spectrum. I got AT&T.
Mhm.
Cool. Put all your information in here. All right, whatever. Great. Yes, we can put stuff in your area. All right, how much it costs? Well, I can get you this, this, and this, this, and this. Okay, cool. You got a card or something I can sign, so when I call back, I give them your name, so you get credit if I decide, so I can look at what I got and just compare. I'll do a comparison, whatever. Oh no, you got to get it today,
That's how they get you.
sir.
What?
I'm not about to switch my
Mm.
cable in the middle of Walmart, sir. This not. I'm not about to. That's not a good plan. If that's your plan, then that's just not.
Today.
That's not a stable marketing plan. Because what I'm not about to do with this pack of water in my hand trying to get to the register is switch my whole internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Walmart. All right, baby, I got the water, I got the eggs, and we got new internet. What? That don't make sense. Like, it just in that Target, get it together, man. I need y'all to do whatever it is y'all need to do.
Yeah.
Let's make it right because I can't continue. This is getting outrageous.
Oh,
This is getting
Peter,
outrageous. I don't like it. I don't want to be forced to switch my internet or whatever. Quit putting people in the middle of the aisles. I don't know. Then no, you know what? I'm not done. I'm not done. Also, y'all what do they call it? Your little when it comes to your car, what do they call it? Oh my
Oh,
god.
the when they shop for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trash. You're trash at it. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I'm just gonna keep saying it. The store that we were not shopping at, that their colors are red.
Right.
All I'm
Right.
gonna say is their pickup is very fast. You tell them you're there. By the time you roll your window down, little buddy with his they got little vests on so that you know
Mm-hmm.
who they are. They come to you. Which window would you like me to put it in? They're very nice.
Yep. Yep.
Walmart, on the other hand, you park. All right, I'm in lane 4.
mhm.
3 hours later, hey man, did y'all get my stuff? Like, yeah, we coming. And you see the people walking by. Then I try to get out sometimes to try to look, hey man, try to look intimidating. You know what I'm saying? I'm bigger than most people. So I try to use that to my advantage. Now at Walmart, they don't give a damn. Them little white boys don't care. You ain't getting your shit till they feel like you getting your shit. And it's I'm sorry. I'm just annoyed. That's why I don't shop. I'm sorry. That's not even. This ain't even. You see,
I
this
I
what
love
happened.
it.
You not here last week. I had so much stuff I need to talk about. So many people done pissed me off. But anyway, we got a tight hour. We got a tight 45 to an hour. So I don't want to belabor the point
All right.
too
Well,
long.
let's
I
get.
want Drew get his nap in.
Oh,
So
yeah, 9:30. Mister,
9:30 is
I'm
I
gonna
want to
change
discuss
his.
that too.
I'm gonna
it's
change
bedtime.
his tagline, Mister 9:30.
Hey,
It's
wait,
9:30.
brother. I want to discuss that too, but I'll wait till we get going.
All right. Well, let's roll.
Welcome to another episode of the Hot Seat. As you can see, we already knee deep into this thing.
But you know who in America didn't think that goofy shit?
Marcus. Okay, I'm gonna go on my tangent.
So here's my issue with Draymond Green, though, amongst other things. I don't think he has the right to make
You
that
don't like
statement.
Draymond
I'm not
Green?
going to say it.
If y'all had to guess.
I mean, I don't hate him, but I don't like him a lot.
That's the
Anyway,
hot seat right there.
I don't know. I was trying to. Can we cut that and come back?
No, we keeping that shit. Okay, so that's the one I'm using.
5.1. You can't just pick the one that's high.
Yes, I can. They're both my brackets.
Yeah, he's 5th out of 4. Yes, yes. Do not adjust your screens. You're not imagining things. Your boy's back. I know you missed me. I was gone for a little bit of week.
It was 1
Gone
week.
for a week. Um, I know
How
the
you
fans.
feeling? How you feeling?
I feel much better. Much better.
That's good.
My God, listen. When you're 42, a cold is a cold, and it's real life. Listen, but no. I was down. I was down. I appreciate the fellas holding it down. But I know the people missed me. I know they were looking for the leadership and the direction of the show. I heard Marcus try to, first of all, and Marcus is
There's
stuck in the smoke. But I got smoke to give to Marcus Cameron, aka Polo, aka whatever you want to call yourself. You know what you are not, sir? You are not the best sports analyst. You are not the best sports analyst on ESPN, my guy. That is my moniker. That is my brand. I made it up. Don't ride my coattail, my brother. Come up with your own. Now, when you get in the big dog seat, don't try to be the big dog. Be yourself.
Hey, Drew. You know, as soon as both of them out, you know what I'm coming with, right?
You knew.
Same exact thing.
right.
Hey, it's your boy.
Immediately.
It's your boy. Help the best.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
stress best instead of
I just don't
analyst.
understand. What I don't understand. What I don't understand. But you know what? You know what they say? They say the first before they praise you, they mock you. So I do understand. I
That's
get
what they
it.
say.
That's what they say. That's what they say. That's what I got from my pastor said that today. And so he said they're gonna mark you before they praise you.
Okay.
Those words. But
That's
anyway,
like he got beef with somebody. That's cool though.
but no, real talk. Marcus, don't duck the smoke. You come back next week, and I know you're gonna see this, and I know you're gonna get you can get all the tight wad, you're gonna get all your panties in a bunch, and you're gonna record something on Instagram or whatever it is you want to do. Wait till you see me face to face. Come talk to the best sports analyst not on ESPN. You
That
know,
shit gonna be the pivot all over again.
it's,
Dude,
it's about to be over.
that's gonna be the pivot. I'm telling
What
you.
was
It's just
it? Athletes. What was the previous?
oh, I am athlete.
I am athlete. Yeah. Are we I
Yeah.
am athlete?
Yes.
Well, here's the question:
So
who's going to be the pivot? The pivot are the successful ones. The ones who are not. Who's the Brandon Marshall of this, and who's the pivot?
me, I'm going where the money is.
Not the
Like
Brandon Marshall.
whoever
You
winning,
right.
that's what side I'm on.
Let's just not answer that. Let's move on.
Well, he was on the show.
Let's.
You right.
I like having a show with my four brothers. This is not real. This is for content people. We really do like each other sometimes on Tuesday. On
I'm,
Tuesdays.
I'm gonna touch on something real quick.
What's up, man?
I mentioned being tired before we started the show, and your advice was take a nap. That
It's good for you.
niggas take naps.
Hell
Yes.
yeah, if I can
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so
get one, my nigga.
so
Hell
when
yeah.
you sit down, like you say, hey, I'm gonna fall asleep for 15 minutes. Like that's you
No,
plan that out like that?
because I have a 3-year-old at my house and a wife.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she has a sensor when I sit down. So what I do is
Yeah.
I go. I'm going to do something upstairs and then I shut the door and I grab a quick Sem 8 will get
Like
me good.
7 minutes.
Quick Sem 8 will get me good. You
Yeah.
give me an hour, I'll be up to Tuesday.
What about you, Af? You plan naps too?
Can't
I'm kind of like Tom, man. I don't say, hey, man, when I get to the house, da da da. Nah, but if I'm like sitting and
that,
it hits
that's
me,
my question.
yeah, no, I don't
It's one
go
thing to fall
home
asleep.
for it. I don't, no, but if I'm
Yeah,
sitting
like
there and I'm like, man, I'm legit tired,
yeah,
then I'll go and lay across. I'll go lay across the bed,
ego.
and let me tell you how you know it's good. This is how I know it's a good nap. When
That's
the
it.
back of my knees hurt because I was laying on like my chest and I got my legs hanging off the
You know,
bed, and now the back of my knees hurt.
I know
I'm
what you
telling
think.
you, man, like
That's what
because
you're talking
they've
about,
been
dog.
hanging down. Yeah, like oh, you haven't had that nap.
Tell you, Drew, I'm gonna tell you the best feeling in the world. When you've been on your feet all day
Yeah,
and you just lay across the bed for 5 and that pressure that come off your leg, oh my, you
yeah,
ain't lived, my brother. You ain't lived. You
so
40
maybe
play a young man's game.
so
yeah. You see,
maybe
he's
I'm
like,
wrong.
what you
So
mean?
let me say something, brother. I hadn't planned a nap in like 12 years.
You keep
I've
saying
fallen asleep.
you keep saying
No,
playing.
I'm saying, dude, we're playing because like that's a nap. So I fall asleep. I ain't never say I'm gonna lay down for 15
But
minutes.
that's the male
No, I fall.
married version of nap. When you can go get a quick 5, you got a nap.
Yeah.
I
If
fall
I'm
asleep.
still waiting on them to get ready,
I think you just kind of don't like saying the word nap because falling asleep is a nap, sir.
No,
yeah,
hey, brother,
I
I
think
don't get 15 minutes. If I go to
yeah.
if I go to sleep, I'm asleep.
we
I
didn't
don't. I
say,
don't do.
If you're not
I
under
get
the
it.
covers, you're taking a nap.
yeah, and we
Oh,
didn't say
okay.
15. I
Hey,
said
hey,
You
how
know
I'm
the
gonna be
thing,
honest with you.
women take naps under the covers
yeah, they go to
in
bed.
their pajamas.
Drew,
Hey, if I'm sleep, I'm
I'm
sleep.
getting
I'm sleep.
so you can't just sleep for
Huh?
15 minutes.
Nah,
Oh,
Oh
you
no, I'll
ain't.
power nap. That's a power
Oh
one.
yeah, that's a nice
nah,
good 15
Yeah.
no, brother.
minutes,
I'm gonna
brother.
tell you something. When I wake up in the morning, I'm up until bedtime.
But that's why you're tired now, Drew.
That's again. We said take a nap.
You might be right. I'm
Yeah.
just
That's why you're tired
I
right now.
I don't
had a
understand.
nap since my 20s, brother.
Why are you fighting this?
I don't
Right,
fight
right.
it.
You don't take 20. You don't take your 20-second time. Hey, Twan. He in the game with all his timeouts.
You're not gonna keep them. They don't roll over. They won't roll over, my guy.
Hey,
Listen,
I'm
hey,
gonna
but
look into this
listen,
nap shit. I don't know.
that's a segue into sports, so I'm gonna take it because this could probably go into a tangent. This is
Right.
a sports show, so we're gonna talk about a couple things. First of all, before we get started, I want to shout out Asia Wilson. I know we probably don't have the commercial, but if you ain't on the rock, you've seen it. The Asia Wilson award commercial for her shoe. That shit is super fire. I've watched it probably like 5 times a day. Have y'all seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Have you seen it, Harold?
Now I saw like a couple little girls in it, but it just reminded me that it dropped, and I immediately said, "Oh yeah, we have to support." So definitely,
Chicken support.
we're gonna get a couple pair throughout the house.
Okay, we getting some
Oh,
A1.
this shit.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
you. I think I'm gonna get my daughter up here.
yeah. I'm gonna go daughter and wife, and then I'm gonna wait on one of y'all to get them, and then I'm a
Oh, you know
probably
me. You know me. I, I set a trend.
yeah. I got to
I'm
find the
waiting
right.
on.
You know, we got to find the right V-neck for it.
Like, it's
I got to
sometimes.
find the right fit for it,
Sometimes.
but I'm definitely gonna get 2 pair.
Yeah. You know, it's
Yeah.
fine. She's got a couple of homages. Did I say that right? Homage? She's paid homage. Anyway. Um,
I know.
Right.
she paid homage to a couple of the old
Yeah.
stomping grounds in Columbia. So if you know
Yeah.
about Columbia, you know there's Big T's is in there, which is a nice is a Columbia staple. She had her parents were in there. That was super fire. Um, she now I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. There was a couple of pictures. Like I think there was her old church was in it. What I've noticed about Asia, we've had the liberty, I guess, of literally watching her from jump. Me, Harold, you were right in Columbia. Drew, you were right in Charlotte, so you were right there. I mean,
Right.
really knowing her coming out of high school and being recruited to USC and and this, that, and the third, and kind of just watching this thing literally over the last decade plus turn into what it's just crazy. This is literally insane. It kind of feels like you watching the eventual greatest of all time in real time, and she from the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I have a
just
question.
I thought that was super dope, right?
So
Got a
what you
question
said,
for
Drew?
you.
Hmm?
Nigga, are these tariff prices? This on the sneaker? This is a tariff? I'm waiting today. I'm gonna get my shit later. Okay. That's cool.
The
Yeah.
tariffs down.
Okay.
Damn, Trump.
Mhm.
Right.
Taking
Yeah.
it. It had to
Right.
kick in. Ain't no way.
Tariffs got him.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah, I'm getting my shit later.
this WNBA.
Got it. I'm getting my shit later. It's cool.
We'll wait. We'll wait till Timu get it or something. I'm joking. I'm joking. But first of all, shout out to the WNBA. The NBA playoffs are going on right now.
yeah.
And tell me this, and I'm gonna ask y'all: have y'all seen more WNBA commercials or NBA? Straight up, and even the fact that you have to
WNBA.
think about that.
Yeah.
You
W.
get on the NBA playoffs. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say W. I'd say I've seen NBA playoffs, but
I've seen them.
yeah, but um,
Ain't
it
like
hasn't.
I,
Yeah, nah.
yeah, it's not like the
Not
W.
that it won't pick up, but
Yeah.
nah. I've seen definitely more W.
Well, I say
Um,
that to say this though, like because if you think, okay, you think about it. All right. No, I don't think I'm not one of those people that say one day the WNBA is going to overtake the NBA. I don't necessarily think that, or if so, it ain't going to be no time soon. But what I am going to say is, I think the WNBA is on a steeper trajectory than the NBA. So I think their growth, based on where they are, is leaps and bounds over. And I know it's hard to grow when you're at the top, but I don't know. It's just something about what they're doing I like. It's just something about what they're doing. I'm just all in. I like it. I like the marketing. I like what they're doing. You brought it up earlier, Health. And so if you want to ask the question about the preseason games, we can get into that a little bit. But I just like what they're doing, man. I really do.
yeah, now I guess the question that would come is from like you're saying, um, are they complacent on the fact that yeah, we're the big dogs, and you have people like me who, I'll tell you, I'll catch a game here and there during the season, but I lock in during playoff time. So are they comfortable in knowing that, oh, you know what, people are going to tune in, so we really don't need to go hard like that? And not saying that it's a laziness, but maybe they just putting that focus on the W. But that's my whole thing. Like I think the fact that the question earlier was, how do y'all feel about the WNBA players and the teams playing the international teams, and having it back at their quote unquote stars college campus. I it's almost like it's merging it all together, where I
Oh,
think sometimes with the guys, it's a lot of people with guys that they're NBA diehard fans, but they will not watch a college basketball game. It blows my mind. Right, right. Like they do not watch, and I'm like, where you think they come from? So that was my question. Like, how do
February.
you feel about that?
You got it, Drew.
So, oh, I think the NBA is plateaued. I think the WNBA is working that right now because they get to try because it's I don't want to say it's hit or miss, but it's like they can really try whatever, right? So because they're trying to build a brand, right?
Mhm.
They get to try any and everything. The NBA has been set for years now, and it's like you mentioned being lazy and people are going to tune in anyway. Viewership is down drastically for the NBA. Like people are not watching the NBA the way they used to, and I don't know if it's because the game is getting to where people just aren't interested anymore. I don't know if it's the ticky tack fouls, the flopping, the 177-point games. It's just it's not. I don't know. It's to me, it's not as entertaining anymore.
Hey,
Like I
Drew.
was watching the New York series.
I'm gonna jump in real quick.
Yeah.
You going in and out, and you kind of freezing up a little bit. I don't know about your connection. Is he freezing for you too, Hal?
Nah, I can hear him.
Oh,
Okay, you seem to be good now. I thought it was a little bit of a freeze. I didn't know. I just wanted to make sure it didn't mess up the recording. But you got it. Go ahead, go for it.
that's good.
It seems to be good now.
Okay, yeah. Like in the New York series, right? Like I think that was a good series.
Yep, he's gone. He's gone.
Okay, yeah, he just froze. Yeah, he went on my side. All right, you got it.
But no, but I think, and basically kind of basically just the way he was saying was is we probably could just take his box off until he get his fixed too. But
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I think for me, I think from what Drew was saying was he thinks the NBA is kind of plateaued a little bit, and the WNBA is kind of really, really being aggressive with their marketing because they're building a brand. I think he's partially right. I think part of it
Mhm.
too. I don't necessarily think. Well, he didn't say this, so let me not say it like that. Like, they've kind of plateaued. I think the NBA's focus is going international, trying to grow the game globally.
Mhm.
So they've been really focused on like the Chinese markets and really focused on the Mexican markets and some of the other, I think, African markets. They're really looking at growing the game globally. So what that sometimes does is maybe kind of if one thing strengthens, the other thing has to weaken, right? And so if you're looking at if most of your eggs are in growing the game globally, and those international, those Chinese markets, those Australian markets, those African markets, so forth and so on, then maybe some of your domestic interests have, you sometimes you some things don't necessarily fall through. So where maybe some of those marketing gaps are coming into play, I'm seeing the WNBA really, really kind of take hold of that. Going back to your point about the college campuses, Harold, think about it. Like you just said, it's blending everything together. You got the
Yeah.
international phase because you got Brazil, you have the college, aspect of it, because they're going back to campuses, and you have the WNBA fans. You really have a conglomerate, a melting pot of fans that are going to watch. So you'll probably guess what's happening now. You have Brazilian fans who are starting to tune in because they're going to
Mhm.
watch their team,
Mhm.
right, and support their team. You have obviously the college. What you then do, going back to what you were saying about college, sometimes it doesn't translate to college and pro fans.
Mhm.
Those two things, there's an intersection, but there's not always, those aren't always interlocking. And so what that does do is, if I'm a fan of Iowa and Iowa just came back and Caitlin Clark and they're playing Brazil, guess what I may do now? I may watch a few Indiana games. Or when they come back to South Carolina, I may watch the Fever. I mean, not the Fever, the Aces. That's shout out to Asia Wilson and the Aces and so forth.
Or
You just
or the fever. Because guess what? I tune
right.
in. They'll show up for Aaliyah Boston.
Exactly, same thing. Aaliyah Boston,
Yeah.
and so what it does is it starts to build fan bases in places that do not have WNBA teams.
Yeah.
So if you go to Iowa, there's no NBA, WNBA, none of that in Iowa. But guess what? When you decide to come here, guess what? You've grown that fan. I just think they're doing an excellent job. I don't know.
No, I thought it was impressive that it looked like it was an Iowa basketball game
Yeah,
today. Like it was impressive. I think they have something. They tapped into something that
big time.
is different and that will work. I think they need to keep that up.
Are we picking WNBA teams? Because I'm picking the Aces. I'm picking the Aces. I'm just gonna tell you that
Oh,
now.
you can't do that. You can't do
No,
Oh,
that.
I'm,
no,
I'm
no,
buying gear.
no,
I'm gonna have gear.
no. Well, I'm not picking.
Well, you can pick the Aces too. We both have the Aces because I'm getting gear.
I
Let
already,
me say this.
I am already a Vegas stockholder.
That's just because of transplant. You technically,
That's
you
funny.
Yeah, Mark Davis owns the Aces,
I understand that.
so technically, I have chips. I have chips.
Oh my God, here we go. All right, let's move. What was the next thing we're supposed to talk about? Okay, let's just move forward.
Technically,
Okay, you got it. You got chips, Harold. All right. I got it. What are we talking about today? What else are we talking about? Did y'all? You didn't. We didn't get the video of the dude rapping about his team.
Oh
About
yeah, yeah, no, no.
no, we didn't get that video. But I tell you what, speaking of speaking of drafts and speaking of teams and speaking of being out, we want to give you the opportunity, brother, because we know you missed a good one, and we want to give you the opportunity to express your feelings about the Bucks draft,
okay.
how you did, and then also about what you think
Adore.
about Shador. So whichever order you want to go in.
Well,
I'll
I'm gonna start with my guys. You already know that. Just going to start that. I'm just going to start with
Right.
my guys.
All right.
So, well, so first of all, Jason Light, general manager. Um, I want to give you can I get the sound effect, a round of applause? Because my God, my damn it, man, you did it. God damn it. distinctly said, I wanted help. I wanted to secure depth at the receiving core because first ballot Hall of Famer Mike Evans is getting older. First of all, first 11 seasons, only 11 seasons in the league, only player ever, every season, 1,000 yards. So let's just go ahead and give him some shine. Sometimes we really needs to get. So when you talk about the greatest wide receivers of all time, please make sure you mention his name. Be respectful. But he's in his 30s, and you know what I mean. And Chris Godwin sometimes gets injured. Sometimes,
Oh,
so
I know. He's injured every year. I pick him up on my fantasy.
I didn't.
Continue.
This
Continue.
isn't your segment. Didn't ask for that. So going to the draft, and then I said that, and then I said we needed some I said that's the secondary. We do a good job of stopping the run, but we get burnt in the secondary, my guy. And that Tampa 2 is getting cooked. So Todd Bowles, I hope you have a different plan for this season. But in order to have that different plan, Drew, you know what you need? You need defensive backs. And by God, we got us a couple of them too. Not only did I'm not gonna go through all the names and then belabor the point because I know for a fact that this isn't we're a week away, but I want to go ahead and go over some names. Ohio State wide receiver Amika Egbuka.
Mhm.
Egbuka. Welcome to the Buccaneers, sir. Welcome to the Buccaneers. 6 foot, 202 pounds.
Wow.
He's a
Give
speedster.
it away.
5-star. He's a speedster.
Wow.
Now, we're going to do in second round, Benjamin Morris, Notre Dame, cornerback, 6 foot. That's length. He's long, 193 pounds. Then we went Kansas State, Jacob Parrish, cornerback. We went edge rusher because we need some rushing help. We got Vita Vea in the middle. We got Golson on the outside, but we needed some edge rushing help. So we got us a young boy, 6 foot, 263. He's a speedster. He can get around the edge quickly. Then we went another edge rusher in the fifth.
Look,
Elijah Roberts from
I
SC.
don't. I never know how y'all even play offense because you never pick anybody on offense. Every year, if you have
He's the first
11
round pick
picks,
on offense, Harold. You wasn't listening. I can go back.
I heard the receiver. I heard the
It
receiver.
was Amika Egbuka.
I heard the receiver.
Ohio State. Don't do that. Don't disrespect him. He was the first round pick. He was a first round pick.
And you pick one offensive player and 10 defensive players.
Oh, God.
How?
Can you let me finish my
How
draft?
does that work?
Can I finish my draft?
Continue.
Because in the seventh round, we went back to offense and got us another receiver, Tez Johnson from the University of Oregon. You know what they say about Oregon wide receivers, Harold?
What did they say?
They fast. They fast.
That's all? That's all they
That's
say.
it.
Run slow. I'm gonna tell you that now.
That's it.
He
Okay.
just fast. That's all. I don't know if the boy can catch, but I know he fast.
That is funny.
So welcome to the Buccaneers. So, but all jokes aside, in all seriousness,
Yeah.
I really do think we did a fantastic job. Oh, I'm sorry. And non-drafted, we brought in. We got us a Sanders. Went ahead and got us a Sanders.
Mhm.
The boy in Cleveland, you know, I wish him well,
Mhm.
but he's on another team, so he doesn't get a name in this particular portion of the segment. That
Oh, I
boy,
know how you roll. I know how you roll.
as you know how I roll here. But Shiloh, my guy. He was always Shiloh was always my favorite Sanders anyway. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just wasn't saying anything because he wasn't
Boy,
getting.
you lying.
But Shiloh
Yeah,
was
you know.
always my guy.
Yeah, you
He's
know
a-
what? I'll give him this.
Yeah,
I give Shiloh that.
man, give Shiloh.
I really think Shiloh is one of those players. I think he has another gear, another level
Here's what I'm gonna say.
coming up.
His father's Deion Sanders, and yes, Shador Sanders can learn football, and I think I will get to that in a minute when we talk about Shador. But and we won't belabor, but yes, he'll be in a position to be a great quarterback. But guess what? The best thing, the one thing that Deion can really teach you how to do is play corner, play defensive back. And so, regardless of what I'm not saying athletically he'll be his father, this, that, and the third. The two things I will say about him, and we can move on from the Bucs. One, he knows the game. He's gonna know mentally how to play the position. If he doesn't, then he's just, to me, that's how.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you're a mechanic and your daddy was a mechanic and your daddy was literally the best mechanic in the world, you're not going to use it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to pick up some stuff. So my assumption is he can think the game.
You were changing oil in the fifth grade.
You got to be putting alternators on in middle school.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? But then also he's not afraid to hit. That's one thing
right.
his daddy wasn't gonna do. He ain't afraid to hit nobody. And I think he's gonna be a welcome addition. So I really do like what we did. I think we crushed everybody in our division. The Panthers trash. Um, the Atlanta, they don't know if they want to keep Kirk Cousins or not trash.
Right.
And then New Orleans, hot trash. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at another division title this year. We were the first. We actually the first team in the division to repeat as division winners. I think in the last 20 years. So that's also something. So I mean, Jason Light, Todd Bowles. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Bruce Arians, he's still in the program. He's still in the front office. I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. Baker Mayfield, go big bake. Um, and let's get ready for this 2025 season. Super Bowl, let's go.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Question, kind of on shallow before we move.
Mhm.
So you saw the Antonio Brown video?
No, I did not.
But
He
I
said
So
saw
something
it.
you
disrespectful.
saw it, Drew? So they
Yeah.
had Shallow locked up on Antonio Brown. Did you see the quote unquote actual what happened when Shallow was getting him?
Mm-mm.
So so it came out. It came out when you get a chance, take a look. We'll probably drop it here. But what happened was basically you had Antonio Brown running routes on Shiloh. So of course it made Antonio Brown look good. It just depends on who the cameraman is.
Yeah.
They double back.
When I saw it, he was cooking them. But go ahead.
Yeah, he was cooking them. He was cooking them. They have another set of videos and they're like, this is what really happened.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Shiloh was like step for step with him. Like, and of course, I mean, you're gonna get
He's an
cooked.
NFL Hall of Famer. Okay, let's.
Exactly. Like you're gonna get that or whatever. And who's to say that double move wasn't the very first one? But as far as running with them and being physical down the field and swatting and everything like that, yeah, he was right there, step for step with him. So
I gotta go back
take
and look at it.
yeah, take a second. Look at that. You see it from both angles.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he had like if my assumption, he has to be able to like he learned from Dion. Like, come on,
All right.
come on, come on. But I'm just gonna say this: as far as Shallow is, I mean not Shallow. As far as Shador is concerned,
Mhm.
I think everything that we've heard is true. And if I was on here last week, I probably would have jumped out the window and went crazy with it. But I mean, over the week, as we saw everything come out, I ain't gonna belabor it and really go into having to beat on the kid. It's just an example of assuming your worth, and I think he missed an opportunity to set himself up for success. He admitted that, so there's no need to beat him down for that. I do, however, still do believe that the NFL took an opportunity to you know, take a black kid and humble him a little bit. And so whether you think he deserves it, whether you think he doesn't, he was not a fifth round pick. And I think we also want to. I'm not, and I'm not going to be the one to give all these extra kudos to the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, they drafted him. Two things though. Did y'all actually see them how they look when they drafted him? It looked like somebody called him and said, "All right, go draft him." Like there was no celebration.
Well,
They were clapping. There was nothing,
right.
none of that, and it didn't seem like they were happy to draft him. So I'm also under, and they also drafted a quarterback in the third round. So they want him to succeed. So how much of a chance is the kid gonna get? But we're gonna see. I'm not even gonna go crazy. We'll see. I'm rooting for him. And so we'll see how I roll.
Well, the one thing I said last week when you were out, I said I think that was well, obviously it was strategic, right? So they took a quarterback in the third round and took him in the fifth round. To me, if you end up not going with a quarterback in the third round, let's say you release him, right? You got you got Shador for nothing,
Mm-hmm.
pennies on the dollar. So
Yep.
I think that was strategic too. You take two quarterbacks.
Well, yeah. I mean, ultimately, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if you end up keeping Shador and dropping the other quarterback or releasing him, you got Shador for pennies.
Yeah, they call well, and I think to me, I think that's where because everybody talks about where you got drafted. Doesn't matter where you got drafted. The hell it don't. Ask the accountant if it matters. Ask your accountant if it matters whether or not you go in the first, second, third. And I'm not saying it doesn't appear that he was a first round pick. But okay, second, third, fourth, fifth. Come on, man. There's a difference. There's millions of dollars. There's tens of
Right.
millions of dollars. So we're not gonna sit here. There's a lot of rich people on TV. And that's the part that pissed me off. It's a lot of rich people on TV talking about how it don't matter. Now you still got your opportunity. I don't care how much money Shador Sanders got in college. I don't care how much money Deion Sanders has. That man had an opportunity, and I get it. He's a boasty kid. Guess who his daddy is? You thought he was going to be the humblest person in the world? Come on. But I will say this: we need to be able to separate humble. Well, I'm sorry. We need to be able to separate the actual football of Shador and the world Shador. Shador is not a humble person. Okay, cool. And I'm not going to say that because I don't know Shador. Shador doesn't mind showing off like all
Right.
the kids do, first of all. So let's be honest. He's a 20 what? He's 21, 22-year-old kid. Name one that don't like to show off. So let's start there. He just got a lot more shit than most of them have to show off. So let's start there. He's been rich all his life.
Right.
Okay, we got to quit expecting people to do things they've never experienced. His father is primetime Deion Sanders. Come on, man. Come on. We got to be honest. We got to quit blaming people for being who they are now. But if you look at him when it comes to football, I've not heard him in a press conference when it came to football not compliment his team, his play. Like I haven't seen that part of it. I haven't seen like him not be, for instance, Johnny Manziel. It's a good example, right? Johnny Manziel was Johnny Manziel. On the football field, off the football, he was just the Johnny Manziel of it all, right? It was a distraction. I've not seen Shador Sanders be a distraction. I haven't seen those reports. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any of those things. You just don't like him.
I
Right?
don't think it's him.
Did
I think
he
they
hurt
don't
himself?
like his
Absolutely.
father.
He hurt himself.
I don't
100.
think. Yeah, I
But
don't think it's Shador. I think it's Dion. I think this wasn't a lesson for Shador. Well, ultimately it is, right? But I think this is a lesson for Dion. Everything that happened was meant to make Dion look a certain way, not Shador. No, to your point, and people who said he had a bad interview, right? Even if he had a bad interview, you have film on him. Like it's you're not gonna have a
the
great interview
interview,
every time, right?
the
You have
interview, if
film
the
on
interview
him.
stuff is true, that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Say again.
I said if the interview stuff is true, now, and I'm sure that it's this
And
sure but it ain't good. It
and
ain't.
again, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that away. But is it enough to drop you from a possibly a second round to the
I
fifth?
say yeah, it's a mix of all of it because they
So,
definitely use that opportunity. Absolutely, absolutely. But anyway, good luck to you, Shador. Like real talk. I'll be rooting for you until you play Tampa. Um, I hope you get sacked 10 times in that game. But anyway, um,
hey man,
just
Right.
being
Right.
honest. Harold, what else we got on the docket, man? We got anything else to talk about? What else we got going on?
Hey man, you know, obviously my rolling with the top seeds didn't work with the NBA, so I'm not going to use your strategy anymore.
Sheesh.
So
Is that
yeah,
the Lakers?
hey man, I was pulling for them.
Is that what that was? I thought
I,
we
wa-
were gonna get through this episode without talking about that.
hey, I was pulling for them, but I mean, hey, I felt it too.
It hurt my heart. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It hurt my heart. But here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. When we originally made the trade, what was the first thing that we said? This is not me making excuses. We got our ass
they're
kicked.
too small. They're
Show
too
up.
small.
Let me start. Let me backtrack before because people say 20. No. We got our ass kicked. We got out coached. And I think JJ Redick did a poor job of his rotations and utilizing the size that he did have,
What
even if he
rotation?
go for 10 to 15 minutes a game. Yes. And then in game 4, just didn't play nobody but a 40-year-old LeBron James and the rest of those guys for the whole second half. I don't understand the plan. So, but we'll see what happens in the offseason. What I will say though is this, and so yes, I will say, even though what I'm about to say may sound like an excuse, we underachieve. in these playoffs. You can't only win one game. You cannot. I'm sorry. Those dudes came in there and punked us. And shout out to Ant Edwards. And that's my team, and that hurt my heart. But I ain't gonna lie, I love that kid. That dude right there gets busy. He got this. Y'all know I like people who confident in themselves. That dude walked down the streets of Los Angeles after beating Los Angeles and was talking about, was mocking Shannon Sharp, was doing the this,
I
this,
saw
this,
that. Yeah,
this Lakers in five. He was going ham. I'm talking about on the street. You can't do nothing but respect that. But as far as the Lakers are concerned, man, we know what we got to address. I don't want us to blow up the whole team trying to go, no. I don't want to overreact to this series. We were outmatched because of size. Clear. So what we need to do is go get a little bit more front court size, but we are big everywhere else. We're big on the perimeter. We have everybody on that team 6'7", 6'8". That's a good thing when you have at least one or two people who's 6'10", 6'11". So imagine this team with, if you trade, look what we tried to do with the Mark Ingram trade. We tried to, if you get rid of, um, here's what I would say. Who's I don't want you to touch? Luca, AR-15, Vandy, Finney Smith, Hachimura.
I think that's the whole team.
That's five people. Five people. That's five
It's
people.
impossible.
No, it's not
It's
impossible.
impossible to get what you need.
Tell me why
To
it's
get
impossible.
what you need. Uh, to get what you need for that team, you're gonna have to lose. Well, first of all, well, let me start by saying this: Vanderbilt did absolutely nothing in this entire series.
No, he did what he's supposed to
He,
do. He was put in a bad position. He's not an offensive player. He's
no,
not.
no, I know that he
Shouldn't
didn't
have been
stop anybody either.
on
He
rotation.
didn't. He didn't stop anybody.
Okay. But anyway, I like him.
Well, I know you like him. He can't score, and in this series, he didn't stop a damn person from scoring a basket. To get what you need for this team, you're gonna have to give up probably Vanderbilt. I don't know why they don't play Dalton. I don't know if he stole somebody's wallet. I don't know if he offended somebody's wife.
But
That
he can go.
he gonna have to.
Yeah, he can go.
What I don't understand about your coach, to your point, we made this earlier. They are drastically undersized at the power forward and at the center, right?
Right.
So
Really, mostly
you have
the power
huh,
forward becomes undersized because the center is undersized. Most power
100%.
forwards in the league now are going. If you 6'8", you can run. You can guard power forward. Like
Yes.
it's really just the center position because it forces those power forwards to do center stuff.
To me, you have to have a power forward who can score. I'm not saying he has to be a scorer, but he has to be able to score at some point.
Okay,
When you have players in the game who can't score at all, and you literally have two players really consistently scoring, you're not gonna win like that. But you got to play Jackson Hayes.
he
To
had
me, you got to play.
he had to play Jackson Hayes at least
You got to
just
play
match minutes with Gobert.
Jackson Hayes. Averaged 4 minutes for the series,
Well, and the
and
thing
they got
about it is,
killed down low.
and we got killed on the boards.
Yes,
But my thing is,
you cannot have what?
what I'm saying is that I don't think we need. I don't need to go get a superstar big man.
No, you don't need that. I'm
No,
just
that's gonna
saying
give
y'all
us
so
10
top
and 10.
heavy.
10 and 10.
Yeah, yeah, top heavy though.
Agreed.
So unless you get a vet, you're not gonna be able to do nothing. Y'all
Can I
are really top heavy.
had we pulled, and I said it before, I said, had we signed Dwight Howard before the playoffs?
Mm,
I said it
brother, why
before.
not?
I said, give Dwight Howard, stay in shape. He
You
been
said that. You said that a long
Because
time
I
ago.
said, Harold, I said, sign Dwight
Yeah,
Howard. He
you
will
said
give you
it a long
15
time
minutes.
ago.
He would have put a body on. If he would have done nothing but scored 3 points and got 12 rebounds a game, and I guarantee you that would have at least extended that series. I
Yeah.
promise you.
Brother, the last series, I think Gobert had what 27 and 20 rebounds.
Man, that nigga looking like Wilt Chamberlain.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Talking about, man, piss me off.
I don't
Yeah.
know why
And not be mad.
a body.
Really piss me off because not only I'm like this. If we get beat, we get beat. Cool, we got beat. But when we beat, I don't say we beat ourselves. When you get beat stupidly, don't
Yeah.
get beat stupidly, JJ Redick. And this is for you. And yes,
Oh.
this is the same JJ Redick that I said I'm still on you. You still my, I like you're my
Oh.
guy. I like it. I like you. You my
There it
coach.
is. There
All
it
of that.
is.
But you
There
fucked
it
up. You effed up this series, and I'm gonna tell you why you did so. I don't know what. Sometimes people just be too smart for their own selves. You ever
Yep.
met a person who was so smart, you'd be like, "You stupid," because sometimes you
Yeah.
so smart, common sense don't make
Yeah.
sense to you.
Yeah.
Explain to me. Okay, so now we jump in. Game one, we get trounced. They super physical. You realize this is about to be a physical series. We come back, we win game two. Okay, boom, boom, we fighting. Game two, solid. Then we come back, they come back and get us game three. So you decide in game four. Huh? The only person I trust is LeBron and these four guys. LeBron is my age. I was born in 1983. Come on, dog. What is you talking about? Playing LeBron James for a whole second half can't be the issue, can't be the solution. Because you know what the solution has been? Is allow Luka to run it for three quarters and allow LeBron James to bring it home in the fourth because he's fresh. But
Mhm.
what you know what you aren't when you play the whole second half fresh in the fourth quarter. Well, so when you're needed to do extra things, you don't have the ability to do so. JJ Redick. Also, JJ Redick. Let me tell you this. Gobert, 7'2", something. He's a lot. He's tall. He's tall. So you
Yeah.
know what? JJ Redick is not a good idea. Mr. Redick, coach, is to leave your 7-footers, Lynn and Hayes, on the bench for the entire series. No, I'm not saying you got to play them all the whole game. No, I'm not saying you have to start them. What I am
Mhm.
saying, when the 7-foot nigga is giving you business, go put the other 7-foot nigga in there and see what he can do.
Right.
At least try.
But
No,
at
we just
least
gonna let LeBron James run around and play power forward with Vanderbilt and Hachimura. We got a bunch of 6'8" guys who are playing, who are having to do things that are not. You don't look as good when you're having to stretch yourself or do things. We got killed in the rebounding. You know what Jackson Hayes can do? Rebound.
Right.
You know what Jackson Hayes can do? Box out Rudy Gobert. You know what Jackson Hayes can do? Catch a freaking lob on a pick and roll because Rudy Gobert is in the lane and in the paint, and so none of the 6'8" niggas can do it. You know why? They're not tall enough.
Yep.
That team came and whipped your ass. You know what? You let them do it. You let them do it. And what you better not do is blow up this team thinking it was this team's fault that we look like we did in the first round. No, we shouldn't have got beat. No, they should have played better, but you did not put them in a position to win. This goes back. If y'all remember, I said he was not prepared for this job. And this
Yep.
is where this is where it shows right here. He's smart. I think he's going to be a really good head coach, but I think he effed up. And he effed up because he was not prepared for the moment. He was not prepared for the moment because this was not the job that he was qualified to get. And this is not me saying I don't want him to be my coach because he seems smart, and I'm trying to hope he turns around. But that's what JJ Redick. This one's on you, my dog. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I was waiting all week for that one. I was waiting all week. I don't know about you, Drew, but I knew it was coming.
Oh, come on, man.
Big passionate,
God,
brother. I get it.
I didn't want to come here and be angry. That was not my goal today.
Here's what I didn't realize. You actually have 4 centers.
Mm.
Okay.
You know what else is funny?
Yeah.
Ronnie James played more in this series than Jackson Hayes.
Boy, listen.
Come on, dog. What is we talking about, man?
Yeah.
What else we talking about here? Let's talk
All
about
right.
this. Let's talk about
So let,
baseball.
well,
Talk about-
actually,
Can I
let's
say
go
something
to
real quick?
round two. Let's touch on round two real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Sure. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right. So, what you looking like? We, I
Well,
guess
first,
start from the West.
let's ask Parlay Prince what he looking like. Since he,
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
yeah. What you got, sir?
Okay. Well, second round, I think Cleveland's in trouble.
Think
I don't
so?
know if it's just the Pacers are much better than what I thought they were, or they're just being coached well. Pacers are playing good ball right now.
They
I think
score. Score.
they huh?
They score really well.
They score, they spread the ball, and they're playing good team defense. Like the way they play Giannis building that wall, I
Smart.
was so impressed. I think the Pacers beat the Cleveland in 6.
Well, and just for the update, I'm not going to just update in case as
Yeah,
of yeah, they did win game one in Cleveland. So just go ahead and let you know, just let people know that
because I know Garland's out. He has a toe injury,
he's out.
so If they don't get Garland back, I think they lose in six. I think Boston wins that series in six. Uh, OKC. I can't see that shit, Harold. Can you pull it up again, please?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
Naps
but
to help you with your
I,
vision.
I don't have my glasses on.
I got you.
Appreciate you. Shit. That's gonna be a good series. I
Which one?
slept on Denver. I slept on Denver.
There's not going to be a good series.
I think so because it shouldn't be. But I also felt like Clippers were gonna win the series. When Denver turns it on, brother, I'm telling you, I see that going seven. I won't call the winner, but I see that going seven. Um, I think the Timberwolves beat Golden State in six.
Timberwolves definitely going to beat Golden State. If Timberwolves play like they did against us, they absolutely going to beat.
I see them winning that in six.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's
Because
fine.
they're small too. Golden State has the same problem as the Lakers. They play small ball. That shit ain't working right now. When you
However,
have a center who can score,
the difference though, Golden State can stretch you out.
they stretch. But if you put, because Ant's gonna want to defend Steph, right?
No, he
And
won't.
he's gonna
He
want to.
he can't, and I'm gonna tell you why he can't. The way Steph plays, he'd be in foul trouble in the first quarter. Steph runs off screen. They're not gonna risk Ant Edwards foul trouble. Steph just don't play straight up ball. When he's off the ball, first of all, you don't want Ant exuding that kind of energy running around on defense. He's not.
They're
He
gonna jump him.
guard Jimmy Butler sometimes, but I don't think primarily you. I don't think you're gonna see him on Steph unless you see some switches.
Hmm.
It's just
They're
it's
gonna
just,
jump him.
it's just
I think they'll play in the way that Houston did initially, but Houston gonna lose tonight. They jump Steph whenever he got the ball, make him get the ball up.
yeah, they'll do that.
Outside of
I just don't think they're gonna do it with Ant.
well, yeah.
They can't do it with Ant. They
Outside
got
of
guys.
Steph and Jimmy, what else is Golden State have?
I mean,
Draymond is. I hate to call him trash, but that boy's
well,
not a scorer.
no, that's not his job anymore though. That's not what he's
No,
supposed to. He's a defender.
and what's the whatever his name is, that
They got
Prazinsk, whatever,
didn't play
the
a
two
lot.
guard.
He didn't play a lot in this series, but I got a feeling Kaminga's gonna play a lot in the
I
Minnesota.
think he stole Steve Kerr's wallet, or he kidnapped one of his kids or something. He just will not play that name.
No, but I'm gonna tell you though, matchup wise, Kaminga could play good defense on Ant.
If
Kaminga
they play him.
is big, Kaminga's strong, and he has speed. He has lateral quickness.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you the series that you want to watch out for, and the series that has potential to be interesting. I didn't say interesting. I'm kind of interested to look at this Knicks Boston. We all assuming that the Boston Celtics are gonna just beat the Knicks. If I'm if everybody's healthy, Jason
Mhm.
Tatum the Knicks. Jason Tatum ain't completely healthy, and if the Knicks don't have anything else, they got defenders.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm gonna say is they're gonna make that game physical. They're gonna make that game rough. And the Boston Celtics don't necessarily play like that. And I'm just interested to see how they respond. I want to kind of get y'all. That's the series. The rest of these series, we'll see. All right, cool. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested. I want to talk about this Knicks Celtics series because depending on how the refs call it, and B, depending on how Jason Tatum comes out, uh, it could get interesting. I think Boston might still win it, but it could. I think it could get interesting. I think this has the potential to go seven.
So
Yeah. I think if
I
you
think
lose,
Houston. Okay,
a game at home, that's gonna be
I think the
huge.
Knicks get one of the first two. Let me go ahead and just put that out there.
If the
In
Knicks
Boston,
get one of the first two, it's
in
going
Boston,
seven.
the Knicks get one.
it
Brunson's
goes.
gonna give you one of them fourth quarters, man. Brunson's gonna give you one of them fourth quarters that I don't know what his little 5'11" self. I don't know what he. It's like Popeye with his spinach. That nigga get the fourth quarter come. He get busy.
Yeah.
Them little step backs, them little all of it starts working. All of it. And I don't know what you. Let's just be 100. Some of them games against Orlando was closer than you think they should have been in Boston.
No, I think Boston get complacent sometimes.
All
So if
right.
you look at the game that Tatum, so when Tatum was out, they beat Orlando by like 15. Tatum came back. They lost Orlando by 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think Boston knows they're so good. Sometimes they just play around with their food. When you get Boston, and again, I'm not a Boston fan. When Boston's clicking in all cylinders, boy, they are tough. Like, and I think in that series, it's gonna come down to the role players. Stars gonna be the stars. What version of Call Anthony gonna get? Towns? What version of? Because they're gonna throw different defenders than Brunson. And what's the little backup point guard for? That's Boston's so strong at the guard position, and they got guards who can defend. They're gonna be on Brunson ass.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
really gonna come down to the role players. I promise you. The
Derek
Mikael
White.
Bridges, like he gonna have to show out. Towns gonna have to ball.
I just think
They,
here's what I'll say:
but
if they can keep it below 105 points a game, Knicks got a good shot. That means
yeah, they got a chance.
they made it a game that's not. If it gets out and they start wilding out, then I don't know. But I don't know. I just got a feeling. I just got a feeling. I got a feeling. But
Nah,
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah,
Did
Yeah.
we, hell, did we get everything?
Yeah, man. Unless you just want to talk about 100 men in one gorilla, that's about it.
That's 100 niggas that's about to get knocked out. They got a quick segment. Y'all gonna lose. That's it. Y'all
well,
ever see the gorilla?
hey, well, here's part two of that. How long is it going to take the gorilla to get through all 100?
Real quick, because the last after about 8, the other 92 gonna quit. So
Oh,
it
they
ain't
out. So
out of
so
here, son.
5 minutes. They out.
It's really going
okay.
to determine the racial makeup of the 100 is going to determine how quickly this goes. I'm not going to go into specifics, but I'll just keep it at that.
Hey,
Because
look, you said it earlier, man. A baby will give one man a problem.
right,
Not even a baby gorilla, a
Yeah,
human baby.
yeah.
So I don't know where they're
because
gonna get these guys from.
I think the
Who needs
misconception
to go
is
fight the gorilla? So that's that.
everybody gonna rush the gorilla at one time. I've seen jumps go wrong.
You say you
Like
play.
I've seen jumps go wrong.
Did you
The
say you played?
misconception is that,
Time out. Can we
huh?
pause? Don't skid
Yeah.
over it. You said you played Russian roulette.
No, no, no. I said I've seen jumps go wrong.
I thought
Like
somebody
I've
said
seen.
Russian roulette. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no, no. But like, so the misconception is like the first five gonna sacrifice themselves. Who gonna go first? That's
Right.
gonna be the see, and that's a telltale.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
tell you, that nigga who go the first three niggas dying immediately. You know
Yeah.
what I can't see? If it's five of us, right? And we jump one nigga and he killed three of y'all immediately. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all just die for nothing. I'm going home.
Yeah.
There's no way I see you get decapitated and I say, hey, you know what? I'm next. No.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather y'all hey, that nigga just won.
Do we have guns?
No,
I think
no.
they hand to hand. I think I think I
In the
think
hand. Have you seen a gorilla's hand?
right, right.
I mean, like,
And we're
No.
not even talking about the AI. We're talking about Riverbank. We're talking about Riverbank Zoo.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
like this ain't even this ain't even King Kong. This
no,
is
no.
Riverbank Zoo.
Let me explain to you. This is a sports podcast, so I'm going to give it to you in sports terms.
All right.
A gorilla in the body is like a tank. Like I'm trying to think of the player that you run into. It's like the offensive lineman that you can't move, but then he has arms as long as a wide receiver and hands as big as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. This is the athlete that you try. And oh, I'm sorry. Also, he's as strong as Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruh, there's
I
nothing. Have you seen a gorilla?
I give you one. I give you one. There's a big difference in tackling Brandon Cooks than tackling Derrick Henry.
Exactly.
So
Think
let me give
about
you
You
some actual
Henry
numbers.
times 3.
yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me give you some numbers. So a typical silverback weighs about 430 pounds.
400. Run a 4-4.
They can lift around
Oh, oh.
1,763 pounds of dead weight.
Yeah.
He can lift 700.
1,763 pounds.
Fam. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
That's
That
all good people.
I'm about to say that's eight. That's eight of the
That's
guys.
8
That's the
linemen
first
in the
eight
front
guys.
right there.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you what a gorilla gonna do. Take the first one and knock out 13 more behind him.
Yeah.
That's what that gorilla gonna do. What is you talking about?
That nigga cheating. He got a weapon. No, nigga, that's a person.
Yeah.
Oh
Fam,
yeah, he's gonna pick up the first person and use them as the weapon.
do me a favor. For all y'all who think the 100 dudes got a chance, go watch Planet of the Apes and see what Caesar be out there doing. See what
Hey,
Caesar be out there
if
doing.
he was a little, if he was a little nigga, go ahead.
What? What are you talking about, dog?
Go.
You got it. You got it. Again, the racial makeup of the 100 is going to be very important. I'm going to leave it at that because I think all 100 ain't going to get through it.
Nah.
We're not
Yeah,
going to.
you got more of one die. That's a racial makeup. More of one gonna die before everybody quits. That's it.
That's all right. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're going to close it on that note. Take it from the hot seat. Leave them gorillas alone, man. And just look at them at the zoo. Don't
Hey
be.
man,
Anyway, this has been another episode of the hot seat. You know, we keep it real, real opinions, real talk, real statements, no fake stuff. It's always the hot seat. Y'all be easy, man. We out. Peace.
Peace.
fellas.